So don't try and build your life based on who you don't want to be. Kind of look at the things that you love, and it's not going to be just one thing. It's going to be a multitude of different things, and then there are going to be things that you need to be responsible for, things that you need to do daily, like cleaning your dishes or doing your dishes, or keeping up with your house. And so there are things that bring you joy, and then there are things that you need to do just to maintain your life. Most people try and be responsible and just really focus on the things that just they need to do. What I like to say is that minimize the things that you need to do. Get rid of stuff, like get rid of your dishes so that you only have a few dishes to wash, so that if you need to eat, then you just wash those few dishes. Because if you have more dishes, then you're going to just keep using them because you don't want to wash them. And then later on you have a huge pile, and then you don't want to you don't want to wash. And so get rid of the things that you don't care about. And then as you get rid of the things that you don't care about, then your life becomes simple. And like for work, actually see if you can get a uniform. Just the same of many kinds of clothes, so that when you go into your closet and when you're going for work, unless you work from home, in that case you don't have to worry, right? But even then, I actually recommend you have a uniform, something you can just wear every day. You don't have to think about it. And then you have your social occasion clothes, and you can put them in a separate section, and you can worry about what you look like when you go and meet people. But for your everyday, you're gonna be neat, you're gonna be comfortable, and you're gonna have a uniform that you wear every day. You don't have to worry about it, and you just cycle through them and just simplify your life. That's a really good thing. And then focus your life on those things that brings you joy today. And don't think of an epic life that's gonna just make you successful. I've seen many people successful, and not all of them are happy. Actually, a lot of them are not happy because they sacrifice their present moment to become successful, in hopes that once they have more resources, that they can actually find the life that they want. What's really interesting is that once you have more resources, the kind of life that brought you those resources, you need to use those resources to maintain the life that you created to have more resources. And so your life becomes a slave to the resources that you have, because now you need to protect the resources that you have, and you need to continue working hard to maintain the resources that you have, because everything in life requires maintenance. People have these dreams that once you have a whole lot of money, you can just actually hand off to someone to take care of, and you're going on vacations. And what I've seen is that that's actually how people lose money. That just really rarely happens, because if someone actually really, someone's taking care of your money and they know that you don't care, that's how embezzlement happens and things like that. And so actually, if you have something, if you have a big house, even if you hire someone else, you need to kind of look at whether they're, you'll notice. You have to be involved. Somehow you get involved. And so you hire someone, and if they're not doing a good job cleaning, then you have to actually talk to them about it. So there's still effort, or you need to pay a lot of money to find someone that you can trust that will do an excellent job. And people who do an excellent job typically cost more money. And if that's the case, then you need to work harder to be able to pay those people that you trust. And then the more people you want to find that to hand over the things that you don't want to do, the harder you need to work. And so your life will be about working really hard, recovering from that stress of having to work hard to generate that much resources, and then having all those people who are managing the things that you don't want to manage. But where is the joy? That's the whole day. And then once in a while, maybe you can spend extravagantly on yourself on a vacation or a holiday. It's not a good life. Now, if you enjoy genuinely working and you find meaning, actually, that's okay. Actually, people who have a lot of means, that have happy lives, they're actually doing something they genuinely want to be doing, and they want to be spending that much time. It's not a sacrifice, because that's how they find impact. That's okay. So, but what I want to talk about today is, if that's not the kind of life you want, then minimize your responsibilities that you need to do that you don't enjoy, and then increase your joys as much as you can. And there's going to be a certain limit, and live into that life and settle into that life, and uh, the things that you enjoy, make it as easy as possible, make it as convenient as possible. Let's say, for instance, if you don't enjoy um, cleaning, then get something like Roomba, which is a small robot that vacuums for you. Like, just make it as easy as possible. Look for ways that minimizes your responsibilities by reducing furniture, reducing dishes, getting a small place so that you don't have to clean as much. Or if you don't mind those things, well, then that's not the issue, right? So minimize whatever responsibility you don't want, increase that, and then once you have done that, make it as easy as possible, and then resource the things that you enjoy as much as possible. And ironically, out of the life, so a very productive life comes out because when you do the things that you love, you're like really almost infinitely productive, and also ironically more balanced when you do the things that you love. And it's really, you're building a life of love. It's if you're if anything, I hope this is the message you're getting. You're building a life of love and joy and meaning. And this is how to do it, by settling into the life that you have, as if this is how you're going to live the rest of your life, not trying to build a better future, but actually living the best life you can live today, and then seeing how you can improve the best life you can live today. Because then when you improve that, then you becomes even a better life today, and if you improve that, then that becomes even a better life, and if you just do that, that will naturally become the best life you can live in the future. Isn't that a much better model for living the best life? And counterintuitively, the best way to do that is to settle in to where you're today. So if you are living in a space where you're going to move, make that space, turn that space into the kind of space that you want to live in into the future. And just think about that. And you'll need to balance between the amount of effort you want to put in versus the results you want to get. But start living into the life that you want to live in the future. Turn the space into what you want it to be in the future, and settle in and start kind of doing the kind of things that you want to do now, in that space and in your life. And you'll see your life transform. And do that in the smallest way possible, in small increments. And for that, watch my other video that I created that's called Why There Are Only Small Problems. And in there, it talks about how to actually implement these things in small ways that's really empowering. But for today, I just wanted to actually show you the power of just settling into your life, and why that is the secret to success. And what that really means is that you basically start living the life you want to live in the future, starting today, within your means, and then bringing heaven onto earth, meaning as in bringing as much of what you find heaven onto earth into your life. And then last, living as if this is the way it's going to be for the rest of your life. If the circumstances, if that's the case, then how are you going to live it? So those are the three principles, and have fun with that, and enjoy settling in. Thank you.